All right, we are here. Hopefully all the audio is still working. So we are in, let's see, Six Sigma Road League's back for week 2. We are starting qualifying. We're at Indianapolis this week. We're running in the morning time as usual. You can see the track temperature and it's looks like it's partly cloudy out there. Fairly humid. Pretty much no wind as usual in iRacing. Get the quality grid up and going. Right now we're watching Coy McGrath, newcomer this week, entering in the AM series. He's driving a Ford GT. It's always cool to see one of those out there. You don't see them very often.
Nope, there are certainly not many of them. It's a pretty old GT car, but some folks really seem to like it.
Indeed, and they sound amazing.
Unfortunately, it's not the Corvette, so...
It looks like we got most everybody out on track now. Let's take a look at... I'm going to call him my good buddy, Andrew Storzum, because he's running a Merc. Another great sounding car. It seems his paint hasn't loaded. Uh-oh. Oh, I forgot I restarted the PC. Let me download some paints real quick, because that's not what his car is supposed to look like. I'll get these paints loaded in here. Everybody's still on their out lap. We're not quite to flying lap yet.
Brandon Dooley should be about done with his flyer.
I show Andrew as being 0.9% through a lap, or 90% through a lap, I should say.
First time in's a 125.49.
125.
Oh, and Morgan coming in with a 124.8. 6/10 faster.
124.8. Nice. Oh, my leaderboard is showing last names for a couple people. That's a bit weird. We might have to flip back to the other style. Oh, Andrew with the spin. Let's go take a look at Morgan and see what he's doing here. That was kind of neat. He was almost at the same spot on track.
Brandon is currently purple in Sector 1.
No, it still does it, even if I change the style. Huh.
1/10 up on the previous fastest Sector 3.
Looks like we got our paints loaded in now. Let's have a look at Brandon Dooley here. Coming around to complete his next lap. Drivers do have 3 laps to put times in.
He improved on his time a little bit.
Dipping into the 24s. Nicely done.
He was ahead of Morgan during practice, from what I could tell. Oh, we got Logan Key popping up there in the AM class at a 125.0.
Oh, what a hot lap for Logan that is.
Oh, there's going to be a mix at around the top 5 if this stays the way it is.
Yeah, we also have Coy McGrath in the GT up there. Oh, and now we see his actual paint. We got 2 AMs starting in the top 5 so far. Logan and Coy. Can they hold on to it? It's like most everyone in the top is on their last timed lap. What else haven't we haven't a look at we haven't looked at Steve Kelly yet, but he is currently off track. Running the Lambo tonight. Do we have any other Lambo enjoyers? Nope, looks like he's the only one.
Well, when I joined the session, I chose the Lambo as iRacing forces race control to choose a car.
Yeah, I chose the Merc. Looks like he's coming into the pits.
Our good racer Tiago Fernandez decided he was no longer a Lambo boy.
Oh,
He's made the switch to the 992, but he's not here tonight.
Chris Dowden takes P5 from Coy. Or no, maybe it was Richard popping up there. Somebody took 3 from Logan and shoved Logan, Chris, and Coy down.
It seems like it was Richard. That was his last lap, and it was a 125 dead to the 1,000th.
Ooh. See if there's anybody out.
Oh man, I didn't notice this before, but Morgan improved to a 124.39.
A low 24. Well, once we get into the race, we'll see how these guys handle it. We got about 3 minutes left here in quali.
Looks like Tiago joined.
Oh, Tiago joins last minute. Let's see what kind of time he can put in.
He's going to have to do a screaming outlap.
He's leaving Team Lambo in favor for the new Porsche this race. We're also going to have to see how these drivers who haven't been to Indianapolis before handle it. There's a lot of tight corners, it's a very technical track. Super easy to spin in 2 or 3 different spots. Hopefully they can hang on to it all race.
There's currently 2 minutes left of quali. I hope Tiago can make it around in that time frame.
He's almost done with the first one.
That would just be his outlap, but it's
that's what I...
It's a screaming outlap. All right. He's on the front stretch, coming up to the yard of bricks.
He should have time to put this in. Let's do a ride along in the cockpit with Tiago. So you brake hard at about 500. You got a 90 degree to the right. You come back to the left. You got a lift. Back on throttle. Kind of a sweeper to the right. Then early on the brakes, get turned down into this long 90. Always a little loose there. You can hug this left side. Be super aggressive on this chicane. Full throttle down this long straight. We got a left-hander coming up. Brake at about that access road. Down to second. Turn it in. Now we come back right. Come back left again. Then you come back right again, and it's super easy to get loose off of this right-hander. Looks like he handled that real well. Back on throttle. You got a sweeper to the right. You can drift back out to the wall. Brake it before the 300. 90 degree back to the right, down to second again. Use all the track. Come back to the right, turn left. It's easy to get loose off this one or run off into the grass. It's a lot tighter than it looks. Then you got a long sweeper to the right, back onto the oval. He's got 5 seconds left. Here he comes.
That is good for P7.
Grabs 7th. Last minute join, grabbing 7th. Well done.
Good timing there, Tiago. Good quality, everyone. Let's have a good heat race.
All right, as they're lining up for the heat race, is Morgan? Can somebody?
Is the pace truck new for this update?
It's been around. We ran out of money for the Porsche, so we had to use the safety crew.
We're on a budget around here.
I think the problem is I've just not been far enough up to see it.
Where's all the... There we go. My camera wasn't changing. All right, so we're going to be starting the 15-minute sprint race. This should be a short pace lap. It looks like we're on that... It's kind of short. It's really not that far into the lap. Before our starting grid, on the front row, we got Morgan and... well, it's Brandon. It just says Dooley for some reason, but... Morgan and Brandley, front row. Second row, we got Hibbs and Logan Key. Fifth row, Chris Dowden, Coy McGrath. Seventh row, last minute joiner, Tiago. Lined up next to him is Stephen Kelly. Row, I should have kept track of my rows. I'm new at this. I'm new, I don't know what to do. Row 5, we got Jeff Oakes and Ryan Phillips. Row 6, Andrew Storzum and Austin Lauder. Austin, where was I? There it is, row 7. We got Thomas and Kyle Moore, who was a GT driver before, Ford GT driver before. He's in the, I believe he's in the Ferrari today. Then we got Trey and Chan, and bringing up the rear, we got Ryan Thomas and AJ Robest. For some reason, Ryan's name is lowercase and no space between the A. We're gonna have to fix that later. So there's your starting grid. They still got a little bit of track left to go. Let's get ready for green. Why is it telling me Morgan's in 4th? That's a bit weird. All right. Coming around the last corner. Oh, there's a little bit of congestion in the back.
A little checking up there.
Little checkup. We'll keep an eye on that. Green flag, and here we go. 15 minutes in this first sprint race.
Looks like there's some 3 wide up there somewhere. I'm watching the back.
Got mostly 2 wide, it looks like, coming in. Morgan's on the inside. Gets through clean. Takes the lead.
Pretty clean T1.
Yep, looks like everybody did. Let me check a little far back here. Looks like everybody did a great job there.
Once we get a little separated in the on the back stretch, maybe into the big old chicanes and the S's.
Reload.
Wreck on the back stretch. There's 3 cars involved.
Sorry about that. That was on me.
We have a slight problem with SDK. Ryan Thomas and AJ Robest, it shows as P1 and 2, and they're just stuck there. It says they've completed an extra lap for some reason. So we're going to have to... I don't know what to do about that. I'm not going to be able to follow where they're at.
Rashawn, I got hit pretty hard in that one. He's crab walking pretty good.
Uh-oh. Let's have a little replay.
There's the toe.
Watch it through Chan right here. Oh, wow. He got hit hard. Let's have a look at Roshana. See what happened. Who was that? 74. Haven't got used to people's paints yet. Oh, was that Phillips who apologized earlier?
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep, he got on the inside of Roshana.
Looks like one just got loose and the other two were collateral.
Yep. Well, it looks like Morgan's making a gap. Brandon's over a second behind with Richard right behind him. Everybody's pretty much lined out. Morgan just posting a 124.71. Absolute screamer of a lap for a race lap.
He is moving. That's the Morgan we remember from last season.
It looks like my SDK updated. So we have the correct leader now. I'm not sure what was going on with that. We had a few people that couldn't make it
Stephen
tonight,
Kelly
so
just had a little bit of a spin.
So the field's a little thin tonight. Who do we got in the top amateurs? Looks like Logan's our top amateur. Currently holding out 5th. He's just down 1 position. We may have to look at bumping him up to pro, depending on how he does. He's one of those drivers that's kind of right on the edge there between pro and am. Could have a look and see how our newcomers are going. AJ Robest is new this season. He was in the McLaren last week, and he asked for some advice on different cars to drive. Looks like he chose the Ferrari this week. Getting a little loose off of T1 there.
Sorry if I'm a little quiet this week. I'm trying to do a better job at race adminning.
Oh, Andrew Storsum crashed. Let's have a look at that. What happened there? Oh, looks like he had a self-spin through the fast chicane. Nicely held. Good rejoin.
Looks like the track's finally heating up. A couple guys were complaining in practice about the track being too cool, but that Indiana sun came out and it's heating up the track.
Sure is. But I don't know. Maybe the tires have a hard time getting up to temp, but I sure never complain about a cool track.
Tiago with a nice little pass on Thornton.
Ooh. Snuck right up the inside there. We might have to have a little replay on that one. Up the inside, down the front straight. Does Brandon come back in? He was next to him again, somehow. He got a little loose in the first couple turns. Brandon almost got him back, but he held it out. Let's have a look at Steve Kelly. No. Trying to find. I thought I saw a close battle going on. I must be mistaken. Looks like Brandon might be gaining back on Morgan a bit. He's got him right about to a second now. Morgan's starting to pull away some. He's got Richard Hibbs right on him. Since this is just a little sprint race, these guys are trying to make the moves as fast as they can to get set up, get a nice setup for the feature. Oh no, it looks like Chris Dowden may have crashed.
Yep, got a little loose.
He got loose in the braking
right-hander.
zone and then into the grass. Nothing you could do about that one. Once you get in the grass, there's no catching that. But he looks like he flips it around and waits very nicely on traffic. Good rejoin, well done. Oh, Richard peeking his nose out a little bit. Maybe trying to get in the head of Brandon here. He's not quite up to him yet, but he's having some looks. Nice little BMW blow-off valve as they were coming by there. Little blow-off valve whistle. I think Morgan's opening up the gap. I think Brandon's his first goal right now is just to hold Hibbs down. He can only improve one position if he gets Morgan. So at this point, it's probably more important to hold on to his current position he has with Hibbs right on his heels. Looks like we also have Jeff Oakes right on the heels of Thornton.
Depending on how fast Morgan finishes this lap, it could be white flag next time by. Wait.
Yeah, it depends on which timer that's showing. I'm showing in race only 11 minutes right now.
You're right. I
that
see
could be-
now that it says remaining time 3:57. Darn you, race control screwed me up.
Yep, that could be from like session start or something, so it's a couple minutes off. Jeff Oakes is really holding his own up here with the other pros, as well as Logan. He's got Chris breathing. Jeff has Chris breathing down his neck now. Shit. Oh yeah, Jeff's right on Thornton's heels. I thought Thornton had a new paint. Where's this new paint? I don't see it. We're gonna have to ask him about that after the race. He had a great new looking paint that I thought he was gonna be running. Oh, Jeff going to the inside possibly? No, he's not quite there. Hard to tell from that camera angle. But Jeff is fighting hard trying to get around, and Chris is right behind him trying to get around him. We got quite the race going on here for P6. I'm not sure if he has enough to get around, but it doesn't seem like Thornton has enough to run away either. Thornton way down to the bottom, protecting the inside, trying to break the draft. Looks like he's going to hold the inside. Jeff going to the outside, going into T1. Oh! Jeff came in a little bit too tight. Let's get a chase replay of that. I'm not sure if Jeff gave him the space. No, it looks like Jeff turned in a little too early and too hard. Didn't leave Thornton the space. That does give Jeff the position, and Chris falling behind. Oh, looks like Jeff lifted to let Chris around. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, somebody's across the track. Rashana's across the track. Should also be heading into the last lap any time now. See where Morgan's at here. To pop up the track map. Morgan's halfway through the lap, so it looks like start of next lap will be last lap. Oh, we had a battle with Andrew and Thornton. It looks like Andrew got a little bit loose there. We also have Stephen Kelly right on Austin Lauder. Oh, Tiago with the pass on Logan. Logan's holding the inside. Tiago will have the inside of the next corner. Looks like Tiago's going to be able to hold him off. And I guess
that was the last lap.
There is the finish. Yeah, there's the finish. It's still not showing me white flags. I don't know why.
Mine showed me the checker for the previous session. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there's no white flags.
That was fine, Chris. Yeah, man, nice finish.
Well, we got some standout amateurs during that race. Logan Key finishing 5th and Jeff Oakes finishing 7th. A little look here. I just saw those two parked next to each other. No, he just parked next to him. Okay. All right, we're in our warm-up session. Do we have results for the heat? No, those are qualified results. Sorry about that. Here's Heat 1 results. So we got Morgan taking that one home. Looks like he had a almost 4-second lead on Brandon and Richard. P4 we got Tiago, and then rounding out the top 5 with the highest amateur, Logan Key. We got Chris Dowden had a pretty good comeback after his
Sorry, I apologize.
his
Trying to give
spin.
you room.
Jeff Oakes, the next highest amateur in P7. Thornton Thomas in P8, or not Thornton. That should be. Oh yeah, it is. I've confusing Thomas and Thompson. Yeah, Thornton in P8, Andrew Stores in P9, and then rounding out the top 10, we got another amateur with Ryan Thompson.
Pretty wild to see Tiago late join, get one quali lap done, and then make it all the way back to P4.
Absolutely. I wonder how much practice he got in before the session.
I'm a moron and didn't do my normal daily announcement, so that could be on me. I'll have to ask him about it.
There was an @ to everyone. I think that's fine. Oh, I love that scenic cam there as the cars go flying by.
TV static down the front stretch is pretty incredible as well if there's a group going by.
Yep, we just had Andrew and Chris go by. Nice camera shake and everything. Looks like we only got 3 cars out on track right now during the warm-up. Next up, we have a 45-minute race for the feature. We'll see how everyone takes T1. We got through nice and clean in the sprint.
Like there's about 7 minutes left. That's
Thankfully, hopefully they'll be just as nice in the feature.
Yep, just under 7.
Cool. Be right back.
Well, let's test this interview button. What does it do? There's see a little window pop up. I was going to try to use it after the race, but I'm not sure what it does.
That might just be for in-race interviews.
Oh yeah, it's literally, you can put any text you want in there. So if you're talking to somebody, you can just tell it to show that you're talking to a certain driver. put some music back on and take a short break while we wait for the next session. All right, we are back. Ready for this feature race to get kicked off. Pop up the grid here. So as a little reminder of how we finished, we got Morgan in
Guys, feature
P1,
time.
followed
be
by
a
Brandon.
A long one with OP cars on track for this one, but
Second row, we got Richard
have a good
Hibbs,
time anyway.
Tiago Fernandez. Third row, Logan Key, our highest amateur in the top 5 spot there. Nicely done. P6, we got Chris Dowden. P7, Jeff Oakes, another high up amateur. P8, we got Thornton Thomas. P9, Andrew Storzum. P10, Ryan Thompson. P11, Kyle Moore. And P12, Coy McGrath. Flip to the next rows here. P13, we got Austin Louder. P14, Stephen Kelly. P15, AJ Robest. P16, Ryan Phillips. P17, we have Chan, and at P18, Rashana Trey. Definitely noticing a few names we're missing tonight. We're not seeing Chris. We're not seeing Jimmy. We're not seeing Sean, the winner from last week. We're lining back up and getting ready to go. For some reason, it's doing the thing again where the last 2 are on the top of the leaderboard. We got the nice race crew leading the cars around in their pickup. Looks like they're headed off to pit lane now. I see an issue with this track. Technically in the rules, you can go any time after the pace car's in. There's quite a long time that they could go if they wanted to. Looks like they're setting off on green though. Here we go. Spreading out, going down the front straight. Looks like Morgan's going to take it into T1. 3 wide with Chris Dowden on the outside. He's going to have the inside coming around T2. Tiago falls back. 3 wide again. Whoa, Brandon with a quick jump. We got a big spin. Looks like we got about...
safety car?
I think we're okay. They're getting cleared up. There's about 4 cars involved.
Well, that might be.
Let's have a look at that. Let's get a, we got the far chase on. Let's have a look at Brandon here.
No meatballs.
Woo. Yep, we just had too many cars coming up next to each other. Thornton got a little loose there. Hibbs came
Chris
in.
Fun.
It looks like Thornton either wasn't turning in or was, I assume he was pushing a bit and couldn't hold the inside. Hibbs just assumed he was going to be in there and went in for the turn. And
Chris's car's looking pretty rough. I'm surprised it wasn't meatballed.
really, let's go back to live here. Have a look at Chris's car. Oh, we got Hibbs coming on the inside. Is that next to Chris? No, who is that? Oh, it's AJ. So Hibbs looks like he's going to be working back up the field, trying to get back to that P3 that he was in. Currently, the leaderboard isn't right, but with the mayhem that happened, Logan is in P3 as an amateur. And we got Ryan Thomas right behind him, or Thompson right behind him. And where's Chris at? There he is. Let's have a look at him. Yeah, his back's... He doesn't look too bad. Back's bent up a little bit. The nose is... Hood's a little crumpled. It's a little light body damage there, I think. Oh, look at this. Tiago within a second of Morgan. We may have a race on our hands here. Let's see if Tiago
That's
can catch
within
him.
a tenth, sir.
Well, now he's kind of fallen off. Maybe it's just that close to that section where he closes in. Yeah, their best times were only a tenth apart. Both high 24s.
Something happened to AJ.
Oh, we had to jump to pits. Let's have a look at that.
Just a little loose out of the final corner.
That Ferrari seems to like to get loose in the weirdest spots while on power.
And your hands can't really feel it either.
Yeah, very little front end feel in that car for whatever reason. Yeah, down the straight under draft, Tiago gets within a half second of Morgan. This could be interesting to see how it plays out once we get to pits. Right now we got Chris Dowden coming up on Coy McGrath. Both of them look like they have a little bit of damage to their cars. Or maybe that's just the paint on Coy's. I thought the front end looked a little damaged. No, I think that's just part of the paint. With the aero damage that Chris has, I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up to him in the straight line or not.
Ryan Thompson went around. Oh, got loose a little bit.
Uh-oh. Let's have a look at Ryan here. Got a little loose out of there.
And
Ooh.
he gets off the track. Good awareness.
Yep, nicely off the track. Grass has zero grip, of course. So a hard time getting turned around, but nice rejoin. Oh, we got Kyle Moore on the inside of Coy McGrath. Oh. Was he just letting them by? What was going on there? Coy and Chris just blew through there. It looked like Kyle broke fairly early to let him around. I'm liking watching Coy go around in this Ford GT. It's not a sound that you normally hear out of these GT cars. Oh, Chris is right on him through the S's. Trying to find an opening. Oh, looking on the inside. Might get him here. Side by side as we come back out on the oval. Hard braking zone coming back in. Chris takes him on the inside, and looks like he gets the better run out of the corner. He's going to hold on to it. Great pass by Chris there. Looks like we got Jeff Oakes and Ryan Thompson right on top of each other. See if Jeff looks to make a move here. That's pretty scary going through that fast chicane there. You can do it full throttle, but your brain doesn't want you to do it. Oh, Jeff Oakes gets loose. No damage though, just a little slide into the grass. Good rejoin on the outside of the corner. And away he goes. He's going to be fighting back those positions. Andrew Storzum is coming up onto Stephen Kelly. It's only 3/10 off of his rear. Is he going to try? Oh, he takes a little peek. Going to fall back in line. Let's see what he does after the straight. Here's the fast chicane. Can he get enough off the chicane? Looks like he's slowly closing the gap. Nope, brakes plenty early. Not going to try anything there. It's great to see these drivers keeping it so clean out here. Oh, he's coming on the inside. Oh, Stephen Kelly gets a little loose, or he either got a little loose or he didn't brake. He broke himself going into that corner, which is super easy to do. You kind of come back out onto the oval and in no man's land, and there's just a couple of signs there, and you got to brake before any of the signs. It's super easy to brake too late there. Andrew's going to take that away to get up into P6. Let's have a little look at the leaders again. We got Tiago still chasing down Morgan. He's currently a half second behind. He may just be following, saving some fuel, just feeling it out. Maybe wait for an undercut. Pit early to try to get Morgan in the pits. Their last lap, Tiago was about a half second faster. See what this lap is. This lap, Tiago's about a half second slower. So it looks like they're going blow for blow. Can we get a battle box up here? What do we got in the battle box? I don't care about top speed. Why would I want top speed? Oh, that's positions gained. That's already on. Can I get some, There's no times in here? It's a bit odd. Well, let's do that, and then we'll do that. Where can we get... Is it Time Delta? That's Tiago to Morgan, yes. So there's a look at the gap. Looks like he hasn't... He's been keeping it basically within a second of Morgan, down to about a half second at the closest. So he may just be following him along. We'll see what if he's got anything for him. Got a race going on with Ryan Thompson and Kyle Moore right ahead. Coming down the front straight. Is Ryan going to peek out on the inside?
Big man, Ron.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
Okay.
Looks like Kyle's going to let him around. Ooh, looked like he was a little bit loose coming off
I
of
didn't
one.
expect you to let me by though.
Making lap.
Looks like Kyle's in
Okay then. Thank you.
save mode, just wanting to try to finish the race. Oh, Ryan got loose.
Well, I guess I'll take it back.
Light tap with the
Oh, she
wall.
did
I
it.
think he's going to be all right.
Over again.
Coy gets by him. We have Ryan Phillips coming up. Coming up behind. Who else we got going on here? What does it show? Oh, Tiago's right on the back door of Morgan. He might be going for a move here. Can we see their lap times? Here we go. In the last 5 laps, Tiago's has been up for 4 of the 5 laps. He does have draft to help him with that, and there are a couple long straights. But he is knocking on his back door. Looks like he might be ready to try to get around. Wants to see Chris Dowden just popped up 2 positions. Passing Kyle Moore and Stephen Kelly. It's a little hazy there in the background. Oh, some great Lambo sounds down into T1. Looks like Chris is going to hold him off. What do we got with Logan up here? Looks like Logan went down to 4th at some point to Brandon Dooley, and now Richard Hibbs is trying to get that P4 from him. As a reminder that to anybody that's watching, Even though there are Pro and Am classes, they all do race each other. The points pay out the same no matter what class you're in. So if a Pro has an Am in front of them, they still want to pass them to get the points for that position. Richard Hibbs following close down the front straight, looking on the inside. Side by side. Looks like he's going to take it hard over the curb. Looks like Hibbs might run away now that he's gotten around. Puts Logan in top 5, which is still our highest amateur. Having a great showing tonight. Currently our second highest is Kyle Moore, running in P9 with Coy McGrath right behind him. We're getting kind of close to that halfway mark. Let's see when these guys decide to come in for pit stops. Well, looks like we got our first taker. Is that Ryan Thompson? Yes, Ryan Thompson's coming down pit road. Oh, Coy's all over the back of Kyle here. Kyle's been letting people by as they approach him. We'll see if he lets Coy off the hook as well. Looks like he does. I think Kyle's just trying to go for a nice, easy race, putting some laps in, getting back in the groove of things, and just getting the best position he can without too much risk. Checking on our leaders again. Looks like Tiago's still right at a half second of Morgan. Could pop intervals up here. That's something I could do if I was a, professional broadcaster. So you guys at home could play along. Loving the paint in Tiago's car tonight. I think I spotted AJ Robes going into the pit lane there. Ryan Phillips is also in the pits. Morgan's giving blue flag a little flash to let them know they're coming by. Looks like they get by nice and clean. Continue on their race like they want. I'm sure Tiago was hoping for a little bit of help there, but... Oh, Tiago! Going on that's the outside. But getting next to Morgan, showing him that he's there. Following in closely. Going through the S's. Those Porsches look super planted tonight. Let's take a brief look at Richard Hibbs here. We got this kind of the same thing playing out with Richard following Brandon super close. Logan's still holding on to that 5th place. Oh, Hibbs gets close at the end of the front straight. Oh, Brandon's a little bit wide out of T1. Can Richard capitalize on it? He's got the inside. He's going to have the inside again. I think he's going to have him here. He gets by. Going through the fast chicane. Now he's going to be trying to run.
Run.
Looks like he's able to hold him off. We'll see if Brandon can fight back, get back to his bumper. But currently, we got Tiago right on the back of Morgan. 24 minutes in, so we're over halfway done. None of the top 10 have pit yet. No, it looks like Jeff Oakes has pit. He is in P10. None of the top 9 have pit yet. Oh, Jeff's pit lap was 0? He was in it. Yeah, he was in an incident in the first lap, wasn't he?
I'm showing no pit stops.
Oh, okay. Morgan just cannot get away from Tiago right now. Tiago was all over him. Some of the heavy braking zones, looks like Morgan gets away a little bit. And just about as soon as he gets away, Tiago's right back knocking at the door. Oh, looks like we got Rashana taking a pit. Really interested to see how this plays out. Who's going to pit first? Are they going to pit at the same time? Is somebody going to try an undercut? Surely if Tiago thought he had the pace on Morgan, he would do an undercut to try to just get ahead of him and stay ahead of him. This is currently by far our closest race going on track. Oh, Tiago's sneaking to the pits. Looks like Tiago's going to have a bit of an undercut here. Morgan goes across the line. Let's have a little peek at Tiago. Sure seems like a long, slow pit lane.
Standard pit stop has been about 22.5 seconds, and I assume fuel only.
Oops, I clicked off Tiago there. Yeah, let's see. This is a bad camera angle. Oh, no, there it changed. He's finally to his box. Pit stop starts. At 22 seconds, are they taking tires? They almost have to be.
Austin Louder, 22.6.
Yep, Tiago with a 14.2 pit stop.
Oh, he took fuel only.
Looks, yep, sounds like it's fuel only. Total pit lane time of 1:03.
He's back on track. Morgan might go in here.
Yep, let's see what Morgan, he's coming. Oh, Morgan, hang on to it. That looked rough. Morgan coming into the pits. I don't know if that was just the camera angle, but it looked like Morgan was going sideways off of that curb. Looks like he did a great job slowing down right before the line.
Tiago's half through.
Oh, we need the track map up. Not initials, we want car numbers. Tiago, I should know Tiago's number.
23.
23. Where is he? There he is. Morgan's still coming down the lane. Tiago's coming back to the infield. It looked like there was a stopped car in front of him. Yep, Andrew Storzum had a mishap. We'll see if that catches up Tiago. Morgan's down. About a second longer pit stop, and he's away. Here comes Tiago down the front straight. Where are they going to come out at? Morgan's still on the inside. Looks like Tiago's going to have him on the inside. Oh, they come out right next to each other. Morgan just barely squeaks out on the inside of that right-hander. Wow, what a race we got going on. Tiago had a 2:02 on that outlap. We'll see what Morgan throws in for his outlap. I wonder if let's have a quick peek at Andrew going around and see if that held up Tiago at all. Oh, it's so easy to get loose there. Oh no, Andrew was completely off the track, so that Tiago wasn't held up at all.
Still a 2:02.
Yep, a 2:02.71. Well, I haven't seen a battle like this for the lead in I don't know how long. We have a great race going on here. Looks like Jeff Oakes is in the pit lane now. And that looks like that would be everyone. Everyone has pit with Jeff Oakes in now. And if I had to guess, I would bet Tiago and Morgan are having the time of their lives right now. Oh, Morgan takes so much of that curb. Coming back into the infield. Seems like the pitting has broken up the rest of the field quite a bit.
Yeah, it had been a minute before an incident too, so I think everyone's kind of getting settled back down.
Yep, they sure seem to be just settling in and driving their drive. And Tiago seems to get set out on his own island a lot and have to hot lap. He's having quite a different experience tonight. Let's take this, I guess we'll take this chance and have a look down the field here, see how things are going. We got Richard Hibbs running around at P3. He's still got Brandon Dooley behind him, but he's about 3 seconds. Looks like they're intermingled with a little bit of lap traffic there. Let's take a look at some lap times here. Not Dooley and
Glad
Key.
we're
We
on the
want to
same
see
page there.
Richard and Dooley. Yep, so it looks like Richard, for the most part, is running slightly faster than Brandon. And it looks like Brandon's running away from Logan for the most part. Logan's still the highest amateur up in that P5. Having a great showing tonight, holding that spot on lockdown, seems like. He does have Chris Dowden sneaking up behind him, though. And it looks like Chris is gaining pretty hard. We're going to have a race coming up soon between these two, I believe. Down into P7, we got Stephen Kelly, our only Lambo tonight. Nobody really around him. He's kind of out on an island. Same with Andrew Storzum. Having a decent showing in the Merc, currently sitting P8. Next amateur in the line, we got Coy McGrath, who is... Oh, no! He goes around... Which turn is that? Oh, that's before the fast chicane. Well, now we got Jeff Oakes in P9, who's the second highest amateur. Well, that new Porsche sure crackles and pops. Ryan Phillips rounds out the top 10 in the second Merc with a crazy looking livery. That thing looks cool. And of course we got Coy after his little spin there. Kyle Moore still just doing his own thing, hanging out in a cool Outlaw Star Ferrari. Having a pretty decent race tonight. He's only down one position from where he started. Oh, looks like Rashana was around there. Have Austin Lauder. He raced with us last season, but he wasn't here for the first race, so this is his first race of the season. Currently running P13. Got Chan in P14. Currently up 3 positions. Roshana also currently up 3 positions. And AJ down 1. We have Ryan and Thornton who are out. Not sure what happened to Ryan. He's only 2 laps down, but is currently out. Went off track. Oh, he must have had a big hit. Let's have a little look here. Just sliding out in the grass that has no grip.
I'm
Tiago
so
went off.
sorry.
Nope.
I'm waiting
just,
for you.
I think he just had enough. Oh, what happened there? Have a wreck with Andrew.
taking scenic route. I appreciate it.
Well, no, nobody's around him. Who was it that said sorry? I missed it.
That was Morgan.
Oh. Oh, did he bump Tiago?
I'm having bad stuttering issues. I was having to guess where the track was there for a second.
Uh-oh. Oh, yep.
It's not ideal.
That was that was a little rough. I just happened to catch it there. Like, sounds like he's having some VR issues. Oh, and as we said earlier, Chris Dowden has now caught Logan Key. Chris started to peek out there, but Logan moved to the inside to protect it. Chris following down on the back straight? I don't know what to call that. I guess it's kind of the back straight. Going into the S section here. Super easy to get loose on this right-hander. Looks like they both handle it just fine. At this point, they've done it so many times, they're probably pretty settled into it. Coming back out on track into this hard braking zone. Oh, Austin's off track. It looks like he has a safe rejoin. Oh, we also got Andrew. Merc on Merc action right here. Andrew getting around Ryan Phillips. All right, we'll go back to Chris and Logan here. Looks like they have a little bit of lap traffic ahead. Oh, Chris might have slight advantage off of that fast chicane. He's going to be on the outside of the corner, though. Chris broke a little bit later, but Logan's got the inside. Chris is going to have the inside on this next corner. Looks like he's got around. That puts our highest amateur out of the top 5 into P6. And where did the time go? Last I knew it was 25 minutes in. We're sitting at 41 minutes now, coming down to the last few laps. We still have Tiago right on the heels of Morgan. This might be where to keep the eyes. I would love to see some side-by-side action with these guys. Let's have a look at their lap times here. I'm showing a 14-second difference on lap 26. I don't know if that's where that mishap happened. That's a bit weird to see. In lap 29, now we have no data. Oh, here it comes. Oh, wait, that's for Hibbs. That's not for... We got to look at Morgan. Seeing the wrong things. Look at these times. 25, Fernandez up 600ths. 26, Tiago got away at almost 7/10. Then 27, Fernandez brings it back by almost a half second. 28, Morgan's back out a little bit at a 10th and a half. Then Fernandez closed it back up slightly on the last lap. They're coming around with time to go. Since it doesn't show us white flags, I'm not sure if this will be the start of the last lap or not. They have under... Yeah, they have under a minute 25 left, so this may be the last lap. I believe this is white flag lap. We'll see if I'm smart enough to understand this. Probably not. It's currently our closest race on the board, so we'll just stick with them and see how it plays out. Morgan looks like he might be running away a little bit on this lap. Tiago brings it in somewhat under the draft. Oh, Tiago going way wide there. Keep on him, keep on him. And come popping back out onto the oval in the hard braking zone that I personally hate. Not quite using all the track there. Tiago goes wider, trying to find a path to get some extra momentum off these corners. Coming on. Whoa, Tiago goes through the grass. Coming around. And yes, that was last lap. We did it. We figured it out. It still never told me it was last lap, but I figured it out. What a race we had going on between those.
Great fight, Chris.
What a race.
Good race, Logan.
Let all these other guys finish up. I don't want to... I'm going to remind them for some top 3 pictures, screenshots. But I don't really want to talk while other people are still racing. Not everyone's finished yet. You got Jeff Oakes, going way wide, but he's coming around into P8 as the second AM. I believe he won AM last race. He either won or was second. But he's going to come across the line. Coy's a little way behind him. He's got Ryan Phillips right behind him. It looks like he's going to be able to hold it out. And Andrew's coming across the line. All right.
Morgan, Tiago, Richard, then Logan, Jeff, and Coy to the Yard of Bricks, please.
We'll try to get a screenshot of our top 3 of the Pro-Ams there. Can make 2 different rows, I guess. Okay, we got the pros there. Waiting on the AMs.
Just let us know and we can hop out.
What was that, Morgan?
I was saying for a screenshot. Just let us know and we can hop out.
Yep, we'll let you know.
They're coming up right now. Yep, pull up there. All right, nicely done. That'll work. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Logan giving a little
Let's
spin
not
there.
do that, though.
We suddenly have Demolition Derby going on. Let Morgan get some donuts in. Go back to live. Take a look at our results. Oh, that's the heat results. I did it again. Feature results. Here we go. So we had Morgan taking his second win. Tiago close behind. That was a hell of a battle going on there. Richard Hibbs in P3. Brandon Dooley in P4. Chris Dowd in P5. Our top amateur, Logan Key at P6. P7, Stephen Kelly. Then we have our next two amateurs. Jeff Oakes at P8. Another great finish for him. Coy, our newcomer at today's race, in P9. And to round out the top 10, we have Ryan Phillips. We'll have a little gander at the championship points. Looks like they're not loaded for some reason. Hold. Here we go. Oh, I don't want that over the top of that. That wouldn't be, that's not what we want. Points, there we go. So this is the current standings as of before the race. With Sean Ryan in the lead, Morgan behind. Clearly Morgan's going to take that spot from him tonight as Sean wasn't here. But we have a couple drop weeks in the league. So it's not death for your points if you miss a couple races. And I'm not sure if my points work correctly. Can we see? That's the before. Does this work if I hit current? It does not. I haven't ever messed with championship points before. Points after, yeah, points after didn't change. We must not have the points set up properly in here. But that's all right. We'll see how this plays out next race. In the AMs, we got Joe Lee. That's right. Joe Lee was the winner last week. Of the amateur race. It was Jeff Oakes right behind, so Jeff's going to be taking that top spot away. Kyle Moore was P3 last race. This race he was P4, so he's going to be staying up there as well. He might just be following Jeff right up there. So that's where the championship points currently stand. Hopefully next time I'll be able to get some points updated live on, it'll be unofficial results, but Maybe we can get them going live there on the stream. Anyways, we're on a bit of a tight schedule tonight, so that's going to be it for me. We had a great showing by everyone. Great race going tonight, and we're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the racers who keep this going, and thanks to Six Sigma for giving the league, presenting the league, letting people do this. We got a great group here, and can't wait till next week at Road America. I remembered it. I'm so proud of myself. All right. See you later.